here. She has been a constant and mainstream for a minute and has kept her longevity, has kept her composure, has not sold out, has done everything. I'm excited to have her, to be speaking with her and playing her new song later. Ladies and gentlemen, it is our pleasure to present to you Miss Adina Howard.
Hey, Miss Adina.
Hey, how are you?
Good. How are you?
I'm blessed. I won't complain. Only thing I will complain about is I do not see you all. I just see a picture and that's it. So,
oh no.
Yeah, I don't understand why that happens.
See us.
I'm. Hey, Adina. Hey.
We can see you.
I can see you.
We can definitely see you.
So, wow. That's the only thing I can say, ladies and gentlemen. You tuned into the BenetEmbryShow with Adina Howard. So, we've established that you're doing good. So, what's been going on with Adina Howard?
Oh my goodness, what is not going on with me right now? Working on solidifying the entire project Resurrection, so that's in the mastering phase. Working on getting an independent label imprint with Universal In Groove, so I'm working on that. I actually just got a script for a movie that someone just reached out to me about. Photo shoots coming up. The album's going to be released very soon. We just finished that for the upcoming single Blasphemy. So there's a lot on my plate, and I actually had to leave the kitchen because I'm cooking. So I was, because tonight I needed to make dinner because I haven't cooked in a few days. So I was doing that. So that's what what's on my plate as well.
All right.
Well, that being said, can you explain how you came out a while ago, and I'm not going to give the actual date because I'm going to give the date, but
Why? Because you think I don't want to tell my age?
Well, I'm not trying to get in no trouble.
Baby, I am proud of I don't know if you can see the gray hairs, but I am proud of every single strand of gray hair and every single second that I'm here in the land of the living.
I can dig that. Well, you look good. I'm just having flashbacks. So how do you stay? How did you stay relevant? Because you're not a flash in the pan. There are some people that get into the business. They may have a couple of hits and then we don't hear from them ever again. How did you manage to stay relevant after and through the test of time?
Trying not to stay relevant.
Really?
Staying relevant wasn't something that I pursued. It didn't matter to me whether I stayed relevant or not, because one of the things for me was, the industry didn't make me. I was already Adina Howard before I got into the business, although my name was Adina Howard Walker because I have my mother and father's last name. But at the end of the day, I've always been Adina Howard. And that wasn't going to be something that you could take away from me. You know what I mean? Mm-hmm. So I didn't get in the business to be famous. I didn't get in the business to make a crap load of money. I got in the business because at the end of the day, truth be told, the music industry chose me. I didn't choose it. Mm-hmm. I was conditioned for this when I was younger. My mother used to force me to sing all the time. So it was something that I felt like, okay, this was destiny. It's meant for me to do. And if it weren't meant for me to do it anymore, I'm cool with that because I don't need the industry. Mm-hmm. Right. It's nice to be in it, but I don't need to be a part of it if it chooses to reject me.
Mm-hmm.
So the single that we have for you now, yes. Of course, everybody knows "Freak Like Me" T-shirt with your panties on. What is the evolution from those tracks to this track?
Back then I was 21. I am now 43, and it's a grown woman talking, not a young female talking. An experienced woman, someone who's gone through some things and, survived it and recognized, the foolery that I may partake in as well as, accept.
Mm-hmm.
So what do you think about the title because when I start posting about that you being on the show, the main thing people kept saying is that one of the early pioneers of sexual expression, a sexual revolutionary, what's the word?
Take your time.
Yes, we're tongue-tied. Well, let's just go with the early sexual pioneers and a revolutionary in the sexual arena. How do you accept that title or?
Yes, I accept it. It was what I was called to do, to blaze a trail, to open a door. I know at the end of the day, people deal with labels, and that's how they're able to relate to you. And I'm okay with that, because truthfully, I know who I am, why I'm here, what I'm about. And part of my journey was to help liberate women sexually, for them to be comfortable in their own skin and to embrace their sexuality and to just walk in their truth
and have some type of sort of empowerment instead of being the prey, the prey being actually the predator in some aspects.
Exactly. And then just to not really, because I was called a hoe more often than not. And for me, it was like, you know what? At the end of the day, if I'm a hoe, I'm a happy hoe, because I'm getting some. So you can label me what you want to. It's not going to bother me at all. And so that, for me, like I said, if it helped, a woman hold her head up a little higher and give her a little more confidence, then, job is done. My job was mission accomplished. Mm-hmm. Because at the end of the day, I always felt like if men could do it, then I could do it too. Mm-hmm. Why is it that men could get away with doing what they were doing, mm-hmm. and being seen as a stud, or could be like, oh, that's the man right there.
Exactly.
And women were looked at like, oh, she ain't nothing but a slut, she a hoe. I was like, what?
Exactly.
Please, I might not have a sack of balls, but trust me, I'm gonna walk around here like I do.
So what do you want to tell your fans to be expecting out of this new album? Now, what is the name of this album again?
Resurrection.
And when is it coming out?
You know what? I'm looking to put it out in March. However, there are some things that have to be in place. There's a process to this. So I really don't want to say a date, because then I don't want to say, okay, well, I'm going to have to push it back. Mm-hmm. But we're looking at March,
So what should your fans... Oh, I'm sorry.
Mm-hmm. Baby, you're good.
What should your fans expect from you?
Oh man, they should expect the unexpected, but they also should expect to be pleasantly surprised.
Right on.
Are they gonna hear some t-shirt and panties?
They're gonna have, of course, I cannot produce an album with something that isn't sexual. So
right.
Of course, there's a song called Love Jones on there, and a song called Come Over.
Okay.
That will definitely be, bedroom pleasers.
Okay. All right.
So how did you get into the acting? Because I see, I looked on your Wikipedia, says you've been in a couple of stage plays, and you just said you were handed the script. How did the acting start?
You know what? I think it's a natural process, honestly. I think people, when you have a name for yourself, people automatically want you in their movie, mm-hmm. or their play, mm-hmm. because they feel you bring value to that. Mm-hmm. So that brand power or star power, they reach out to you and say, okay, look, I have this idea. Would you be interested in it? And if it's something that moves me, then I'll definitely give it a try.
All right.
Oh, yeah.
So let me see, because my mind is still fluttered.
Breathe, baby, breathe.
No, it's like I said, it's very few times, but the attraction, the talent, the overall class, and the straightforwardness it had got me a long time ago. So shout out to my man Big Clint, who helped put this whole thing together. When he was, thank you, Clint. Yeah, I sit up there. He was like, yeah, man. I was like, Adina who? Adina how? I mean, I was literally at work, stood up and did the Cabbage Patch and everything. Shit. I was extremely excited. So what's next after the album? You got a new movie coming out, and I see that you also have a degree in culinary arts. So you just
what's she cooking? Yeah. What's she cooking?
Yeah, you said you were in there cooking.
What you cooking?
Yeah,
what you burning?
What's on the menu? What are you cooking over there?
So tonight I am making. I do a lot of fusion food, which means I mix a lot of one style of food with another.
Okay.
So it's a Tikka Masala lasagna. So I don't know if you know what Indian food is.
Yes.
If you've had it, if you've ever had Tikka Masala, I'm a fan of it. Mm-hmm. So, and then I'm a fan of ground turkey and kale. Mm-hmm. And so I've mixed ground turkey, kale, yellow and red peppers with some garlic, and mix that up. And then we're going to, put that over the noodles for the lasagna and top that with goat cheese.
Yum.
Yeah.
Okay, that sounds good.
That sounds better
And
than
it's not just created, so it's just one of those things that happens when you have a degree or you just love playing with food.
Yeah.
You just create stuff.
And Adina, do you live out in LA?
No, I live in Arizona.
She said no. She said no.
Well, I have a quick question. Do you have any concert dates, anything like that coming up?
I do. February 11th, I will be in Colorado Springs. At the Colorado Springs Auditorium.
Okay.
And then I will be in Macon, Georgia the following day, February 12th, opening up for R. Kelly
Yes,
at
he's
the
coming
Macon
here.
Cineplex.
Yes, he's coming here on Valentine's Day.
on the 14th.
On the 14th.
Nice.
Yeah, he
nice.
announced it. He said on the radio, and unfortunately, he said Valentine's Day with an M.
Like that on the Chicago inner city school.
Yes.
So,
Disrespect to people that went to school in Chicago.
as we get ready to wrap up, ma'am, what would you tell a young lady that's trying to get into this business and have your longevity? What are some of the key things you would tell her about this business, and what else would you say to motivate her?
First things first, know the business. Know it like the back of your hand. That is so important. I don't know how many of you saw the New Edition story.
We did.
Yes.
Yeah.
Knowing the business is crucial. That is a vital part of your survival. Getting your money, making sure your paper is right. Also, being true to yourself, because one of the things that tends to happen is putting on an air tends to show. If you're not being truthful, if it's not your truth, it's going to come off as fake. So be who you are. Allow them to tweak you a little bit. Be open to the process, but don't stray too far from your truth, because that will eventually, again, wear on you, and the truth is going to come through, period. No ifs, ands, buts, or maybes. Read your paperwork. Get an entertainment attorney. That, again, is knowing your business. That's so important. If you don't understand the paperwork, which most of us don't, because the heretofore and all the other language that they put in it can be very confusing. So save your money. Get you an entertainment attorney. Go to school. Know the business, the accounting aspects of it. Know what the points are about, the streaming that's going on nowadays, how it's going to affect your money. Be truthful to yourself. Be true to yourself, I should say, and truthful to yourself. And don't get in the business to be famous and to make money. Because if you're chasing money and fame, it's going to elude you.
Yeah.
So just do you.
Right on.
Same thing they say with doctors.
Yes.
Well, last thing, ma'am, I just need you to look into the camera and say your name and tell everybody you're tuned in to the Benet Embry Show.
He wants you to stroke his ego.
Right.
Yeah, go ahead.
Yes.
No,
Yes.
this is
I'll
just
turn my head. Go ahead.
The Benet who show?
the Benet Embry Show.
Embry?
Yes.
I like that name, Embry.
Yeah.
Oh,
Benet
God.
Embry. What's up, everybody? It's your girl, Adina Howard, and you're listening and watching the Benet Embry Show.
Perfect. Thank you so much, man. You have
I
made.
nailed it on the first try.
You
Yes.
did.
How
Yeah.
You
I
knocked
just
it out the
womp,
box on the
womp,
Yes.
first try.
Yes. You, ma'am. Look here, Miss Howard.
He looks like a black Stewie over there.
You have made my whole 2016, 17, and 18. We thank you so much for coming in.
I appreciate you so much. I thank you for really wanting me to be a part of this.
Oh,
Thank
yeah.
you.
I'm humbled and grateful. You all really don't understand how important it is for these connections to be made.
Absolutely.
And have the relationships and the networking ability to do this. It's very humbling for me. It's an honor to be a part of this, because yes, I am Adina Howard, but there are so many other people out there that you could have said, what, I would like her instead of her, or him instead of her. So thank you for the honor as well.
Thank you, Adina.
you.
We appreciate you being on the show.
Yeah, we sure do. Hey, and don't be surprised if we could try to get back to you with a follow-up.
Come on, don't threaten me with
Absolutely.
All right, man. Thank you so much, man. Ladies and gentlemen, get ready to listen to this brand new joint
Woo.
by our friend, your friend, the super multi-talented woman herself, Miss Adina Howard.